Hey, what's up? I'm X, and welcome back to the 4 Idiots series, the series where I show you how to do bosses in RuneScape as quickly as possible. Remember to like, comment, and sub so that these videos are the top ones recommended. Today we're going to cover the doom of... Jesus Christ. To fight the doom of Mokhaiotl, you need to have completed the quest The Final Dawn. Make your way back to the area you fought the last boss in. To get here quickly, charge up the Pendant of the Eights and go to this statue here. Activate it and then teleport. Run west to this elevator, and once down here, loot this little chest right here and set up the 2 teleport plates like this and make your run a little shorter. Alternatively, you can use the new Waystone teleports dropped by the boss, but they're a little expensive at the time of recording. Take this path all the way up and then you're here. Before we get into gear, I do want to mention that this is a day 1 guide and things are subject to change, but as of this moment, players are using their best ranged gear and Demon Bane weaponry. A Searing Bow is not necessarily a must, but it's pretty close to a must. An Arclight is fine in place of an Emberlight, and Aram Staff or anything that autocasts Arceus spells is going to work fine. Build into range and get your inventory to look something like this, a good mix of brews, restores, and food. Most players are opting to only do up to the 6th wave just about, so we're going to be focusing on that mindset, but you can use the tools and strategies in this video to go further. Here are 2 gearings at very different price points that I think are great to use. Once you're here, head across the gap and the first fight will begin. There are 8 instances of this fight, and every time you defeat him, you will have the choice to either leave with your loot or progress to a harder stage of the fight for better loot, but you'll be risking what you've earned so far. Once inside, use your special attack weapon if you have one, summon a thrall, and death charge up because you're going to get a lot of spec back here. Then start auto-attacking him and stay out of his melee range. He has a couple auto attacks that he does as well, correlating to the different colors in the combat triangle. Red for melee, blue for mage, and green for ranged. Pretty basic stuff. Now let's get into the not basic stuff. I'm going to cover all of the attacks right now, and then we're going to go through the wave specifics after, and tips and tricks and such. Let's cover his charging attacks first because it's his scariest attack to mess up. He's going to start praying or activate his shield and get this yellow bar here. If he fills this all the way, he's going to shoot a large fireball at you that will deal 80 damage. When he's praying against ranged and maged, hit him with some kind of Demon Bane melee attack to stop him. When he also has this blue shield bar here, make sure that you're regularly hitting him with a Demon Bane spell or weapon to reset the progress of that bar. To lower his shields, you can keep hitting him and also use the worms here to explode on him and deal 100 damage to his shield. Let them get really close. I like to highlight him and the worm just to see them a little bit easier. Speaking of the worms. Worms are going to be a big part of this fight, and he's going to have worms constantly inching towards him during the fight. If they reach him, they will heal him and hurt you a small amount. More damage the deeper you go. For the first couple of waves, they will all be the same color and killed with any Demon Bane attack style that they're not praying against. So long as you're using a Demon Bane attack, these will also all be 1-tickable. Later on, they will be maged, ranged, and melee worms and need to be hit with the correlating attack style. There will be more worms as you increase the difficulty, but that just about covers them. Just keep in mind that they explode when you kill them. One of the more constant attacks that you're going to see is this large rock that he throws out. It's either going to have this little blue tint or green tint. As it shatters in the air, it will become an AoE attack that you must avoid or take about 14 damage. As the projectiles land, whatever the color of the rock was will shoot another attack at you. If it was blue, it will be a mage projectile and so on. As the fight gets harder, there's going to be more and faster of these little projectiles that spawn. As the rock breaks, it will disable your prayer, so it's easy to forget what you were praying against when it shatters. If it was a green rock, there will be 2 green projectiles and 1 blue one. This lets you know that it was a ranged ball, and I will pray as they land on me or as I see the hit splats. They will also always alternate, so ranged mage, ranged, or mage, ranged mage. One of the specials that players are having the most difficulty with, and I wouldn't be surprised if it's adjusted after the posting of this video, is the orb attack. He will spawn these floating rock objects around the room and then follow it up with a large earthquake attack. The amounts are going to depend on how late you are into the fights. What you're meant to do is hit one of these rocks that you'd like to effectively be the destination for the shield that you're about to spawn. The second rock that you break is going to spawn that shield. It's a little confusing, but let me show you. I shoot really far here, ideally in a straight line, to set a waypoint for the shield. Then I stand next to the rock that I'd like to travel with the shield. I give it a couple seconds to get to that attack so I don't get there too soon, and then I break the rock next to me. Make sure that your character is tinted white and inside of the orb to avoid the damage. Best of luck with this attack because it's pretty rough right now. From waves 5 and on, he will gain the ability to burrow underground. When he does this, he will set a waypoint, which is usually behind you, and rush towards you, and it will hurt you if you're in the way. Before he starts this attack, he also puts rocks on the battlefield that you will need to use in wave 6+ to hide behind, like the Z-back rocks. As he rushes towards you, he will break the rocks, so please make sure that you're getting him to rush towards area that you do not need the rocks in. Otherwise, you'll be completely out in the open and take the rock slam attacks in later waves. Those are all of his mechanics. As you finish one of the floors, he's going to dig away, and you'll either be prompted to to delve deeper or take your loot and run. Depending on your supplies, you're going to have to make this decision for yourself. It's also worth noting, and I see a lot of people struggling with this, killing the worms is helpful so that he doesn't heal, but please don't get yourself killed. I let many of the melee worms in just because they're harder to reach for me to melee, and they have very minimal consequences. This fight is pretty simple on paper, but really just tries to overwhelm you with fast variations of the things that you already know until you can't do anything or keep up. I have only completed up to wave 7 at this point, but using other YouTubers' completions, I can confirm that the attacks are the same, they just get a little faster. There's no point in me telling you to just get better, so you'll have to go check out No Monkey or Mokhaiotl Kirby if you want to see those higher waves completed. I'm going to include an unlisted video in the description of me talking you through the first 6 waves or so, telling you why I am doing what I do as a little Extile ASMR. If you found this video helpful, subscribe to me so that I can narrate the next Jagex release video, and I will see you in the next one. Goodbye.